Good evening to all of my viewers in 168 countries around the globe. I get important business books sent to me often. Winners take all. The elite charade of changing the world. And President Trump, I believe, is beginning to wise up to what's going on, because he will note that it was originally 6 liberal governors who shut down their states. We're not going to go around getting vaccines made by Bill Gates. I certainly am not. There seems to be some dynamic going on in that sort of whole George Soros crowd in the United Nations, that they are up to something. Sort of Bill Gateses of the world, or the former Unilever CEO, or the former MasterCard CEO. These are not gods, okay? Some of them have met me in person, and we are not interested in moving into socialism or a one-world government. We do need to add some Republican doctors to that first task force. There is a charade going on. In fact, one top CEO who's now retired told me that getting women to Davos was not their mission, that Klaus wanted to basically win the Nobel Peace Prize. And I was so shocked. I'm Sandra Rupp, and I was placed on the Thinkers 50 Guru Radar list for the world's top business thinkers. Welcome to the art of 21st century career navigation. We're ready for Davos. I like McKinsey consultants because I placed a lot of them in business when I worked in global executive search. The key problem that I see, Anand, is that sameness thinking. Scientists and STEM majors don't always have the right answers, okay? That's why there's the humanities. Show me a successful male CEO, and I will show you someone who's very good at his job, who is someone who's not afraid to travel around the globe, and who understands both marketing and finance and numbers and is strategic, but who also, I would say 9 times out of 10, CEOs do not have a high level of emotional intelligence. I don't want a world run by tech CEOs. They're so focused on the Paris Agreement that they don't realize that their carbon footprints are astronomical. There's not one way of doing anything. And if your state is spread out, you don't have like a lot of people living on top of each other like in a big city, you're going to be making a different decision most likely than a city like New York, where 8 million people live in a very enclosed environment. I majored in history. It's been the most beneficial major for leadership, because if we only have leaders thinking in one way, we do not arrive at the best decision. And I can tell you that from attending the #1 business school in the world at the time, the Kellogg School. So we want to have many different points of view around the table, and we want to make sure that we express our viewpoints and that we speak truth to power. I don't like the idea of Bill Gates saying that we need to shut down the entire country and economy. This country was founded for freedom of religion and freedom of speech. So those are 2 of my core values that I will always vote for. And it's really important that we value freedom of speech. And the only way you're going to get your freedom of speech is through the constitutional rights, including the First and Second Amendment. The right to bear arms is very important, so I'd encourage all millennials to reread the Bill of Rights and the U.S. Constitution. Emotional intelligence is actually allowing other people to be who they are and express their opinions. So I just like to point that out to some of those liberal CEOs out there. I think that what's going to happen in the media world, the world of finance, and other sectors that are based in New York, what we're going to find is that other parts of the country are going to attract those industries. So we're going to see more media companies funded and developed here in Florida and Texas and other places with more conservative viewpoints. Some of these hospitals in California, and it could be New York, are putting down possible COVID-19 on pretty much every death. People are going and filming their hospitals. Like, CNN is saying that Elmhurst and Queens had all these, lines and ambulances and activity, but then someone actually went to go film it, and they didn't see activity after CNN left to do the filming. So you kind of wonder, like, okay, are these staged events like CNN has done in the past? And therefore, what New York City needs to do to manage the COVID crisis is not what other states need to do. One of my favorite quotes was General George Patton, who said, "If everyone's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking." And the reason I'm so excited to be a member of the new media, I've been getting women to World Economic Forum and Bilderberg. I've been to Cato events. I'd be happy to moderate these panels because the best experts are often one-person companies, management consultants, people that are thought leaders, people that are now have their own channels, but they are people that are not employed by the traditional television networks or the liberal media, if you will. Leadership can look like this. I named my company after the Parthenon in Greece. You'll see a little bit of Athena today in my selection of wardrobe. I've gotten about 500 new followers from around the globe, and I really want to be there for you in addition to my executive coaching business. So we're going to be doing a lot of anchoring and interviewing, and a lot of exciting things are coming up. So if you'd like to donate at patreon.com, as I read about 25 global publications, I really truly believe that we need more innovation, more creativity, more humanity, and more conservative values. I had asked them if they would help me on funding women entrepreneurs, and I had this great concept of how to go about it. Next thing I see is like Melinda, going to Davos and talking how we need to empower women. It would be nice if you got women who are world's top business thinkers involved in those discussions, including conservative women who don't just go along with sort of the male left-wing Davos limousine liberal messaging. Conservatives were the ones who originally cared about the environment. We were the ones who, limited our carbon footprint. We recycle more than liberals, actually. A lot of the new media is based in places like Florida and Texas, so we will get market share, and we already are. So that's why I see opportunities for other parts of the country during this time to make sure that their voices are heard. And I would like to very much be a part of that and attract as many people around the globe to my channel. So I invite you to subscribe at Career Expert on YouTube. I'm also at Exec Career Coach on Twitter. Follow my Davos blog on WordPress. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn for executive coaching. I am here to make this a more comfortable transition into a more innovative time. I've done video conferencing since the 1990s internationally. Choose hope, not fear during this time. Think about ways that you can be more productive through technology and help others. Very much my mission is to get the word out of what is really going on in leadership. My themes include career, life, and leadership. The sunlight is good for you. Make sure that you get some exercise and are out in the sunlight. You need to make sure that you stay healthy. You protect your mental health as well as your physical health. And you need to make sure that these mainstream media channels don't scare you, because there's a lot of good in this world, and it's going to find you very soon. So thanks for watching. Love you all. I've been told by a Davos CEO that I was too pretty to hire. It just became too much for me.